members de la familia. Mi nombre es Amarodago. Son bienvenidos de nuevo a mi canal. And to my English subscribers, hello family members. My name is Amarodago and you're welcome back to my channel. If you're a newbie here and you're viewing my face for the very first time, you are highly welcome. I appreciate you tuning in on today's video. If you're an OG, guys, you know I do this for you. Thank you very much for joining me once again. I'm originally from Nigeria and I bring to you content based on how you can obtain your visas, immigration news, and how you can live your best life here in España. If you think you can relate to that kind of content, please do have to consider subscribing by pressing the red button down below, turn on your bell notifications so whenever I post you'll be the first to get notified. Liking this video if you like this kind of content, sharing this content to other people you think may need problem solving videos like this. And also giving your comments down below or subsequent topics or videos you would like to see here on my channel. Disclaimer, I am not an immigration lawyer, neither am I a recruiter. This video is brought to you based on my own personal research and personal experience. So do well to do your own research before you take that next step. Welcome back, guys. All right, so I got a question on under one of my videos that I put up before now, and it states, if I find the comment, I'll be leaving it up on the screen. Yeah, it states that how can I remain in Spain after I have finished my studies? I'm not ready to go back. I want to remain here. I want to work. I want to live here for longer. How do I do that? So I decided to answer this question because I know this question is also in the minds of several other people who are currently studying, either they're doing their undergrad or they're doing their masters or PhD here in Spain, and they want to find out, can I actually remain here after studies? Is it possible, or do I have to go back to my home country? What if you want to find out the answer to these questions and the different routes you can use to remain here in Spain? You need to watch this video to the very end, because I'll be leaving last and most important way you can do this at the end. So do not skip this video at all. This also goes a long way to show you that I actually deal with questions that you leave under my comment section. In fact, I am going to be like bringing out an episode on answering questions. I'm just going to dissect questions that you ask me, and I will bring up a video. So please, guys, do well to use the comment section and write down questions or topics you would like to see here on this channel. If you truly are in Spain currently, or you are planning to come to Spain and you want to study in Spain, maybe for masters or undergrad, and your plan is, oh, when I come here I actually want to work here after schooling, I don't just want to school and go back, it will be good if you start on time to make the necessary adjustment that needs to be done, because starting on time is crucial for this process. There are some factors that you need to consider, you need to take into consideration if you truly want to remain in Spain after studies. Number one is you want to make sure that you are going for Spanish classes while you are studying in Spain. Even if you're studying English courses, please, you need to register for Spanish classes, whereby they teach you how to communicate, they teach you how to listen, they teach you how to write, they teach you how to speak in Spanish, Espanol. To know how to do all this if you truly want to remain here and work here. Because if you don't have a level of proficiency, B2 or B1, I don't know how that will be possible in the first place. How do you now integrate with these people? How do you now work with these people? Even if you're going to be getting an English job, you still need to know Spanish. You will definitely be doing yourself well, and you'll be, making your CV more valuable if you know how to speak proficiently two international languages. That's English and Spanish. So yes, you'll be able to get jobs more. Companies will be reaching out to you because you know how to speak two international languages. And if they need somebody that will be able to speak Spanish and English, you will just be the best person to contact. So you see why I'm telling you that learning Spanish is something that you have to take seriously if you're considering remaining here in Spain after studies. Another factor that needs to be considered is socializing, networking, contacts. Guys, when you get into Spain, I know that there's a tendency for you to want to, like, you know, mix up with your fellow country people. That's if you find them, or mix up with people who speak the language, the same language as you do. But I tell you, if you're considering remaining here in Spain, that move may actually not be beneficial to you, because you will need friends who are Spaniards. You will need friends who live here, were born here, know what it is to work here, will give you experiences they've had, can even refer you to family members, friends, or colleagues of theirs who are actually looking to employ somebody. So if you don't have any Spanish friend, if you don't have anybody who can actually refer you, it's actually not going to be good, because people will want to attest to the fact that you are actually a hard worker and you know what you're doing. You know, people will want that. So if you don't have that, if you don't have anybody who can do this for you, it is definitely going to be harder for you to be able to get a job. I know you can actually get a job through other means, but having Spanish friends is also to your advantage. So don't neglect or overlook having Spanish friends. Guys, Spanish people are very family oriented. They love family a lot. So if a son refers you to his father, the best bet is that the father is going to take you for that job. So please do not neglect, when you're in school, mix up with Spanish people. Even if you don't know how to speak, learn it. When you're mixing up with these people, you'll also be trying your best to speak the language, and that way you'll be acquiring more vocabularies. You'll be knowing how to use your Spanish phrases. So that's the only way you learn how to speak the language, by speaking the language. So please do well to mix up with them, integrate with them, and gain friends who can actually help you remain here in Spain. Right now, we are going to be discussing about different ways in which you can remain here after studies. So number one is, if you came to Spain to study and you actually got loan in order for you to complete your study, you definitely will not going anywhere anytime soon until you're able to pay off your loan, because you're owing the country. So you cannot go back to your country when you're actually owing the Spanish government. So yes, you will be remaining here in Spain based on the fact that you must work here, make that money, pay your debts before you are able to return to your country. So if this is your case, definitely know that you are not going to go anywhere once your debt is not paid. Number two, if you want to remain here in Spain, best bet for you to do is, probably you want to continue studies. Maybe you want to do your second master's, or you want to go into your first master's, maybe after undergraduate, or you want to do PhD, as the case may be. You need to, before you get irregular, don't wait till your TIE expires. Don't wait till your stay permit expires. You need to start applying while you're in the last phase of your studies, either for your undergraduate or your master's. You start on time to apply, so that by the time you're finishing your studies, you already have your admission letter ready for the other phase. I did a video on how to extend your stay here in Spain. Please do well to check out that video on here. But if you are an undergraduate and you want to come for masters, please apply on time, so that by the time you're finishing your studies, your masters or your admission letter is ready, and you will just start that process. You'll not just start to extend, because of course you have another studies. There's no need of going back to your country and coming back again. Then if you're coming for second masters, the same thing. Please do well to check out that video I mentioned earlier. So that's for studies, if you want to continue studying. If you've already done your master's or your PhD and you want to remain, you still want to remain, guys, you can actually start by getting yourself a job. Yes, so a job contract will keep you here if you have it. So having a job contract is not just sitting back and relaxing. No, you need to start to make moves like somebody who wants to get a job. Start telling people around you that you're looking. Word of mouth is one way to get a job here in Spain. Also, you have to start, upgrading your CV and putting out your CV there in different so yes, you put out your CV there, you upgrade yourself. It will be wonderful if at that time you know how to speak Spanish proficiently. You put it there that you speak 2 international languages. That will up your CV and make your CV more sought after. Please take note. Another thing I would like to mention about having a job here is, number one, if you studied courses that are not competitive. There are some courses that when you study here, there are so many people that did that course, and the Spaniards will definitely consider themselves first before they employ anybody that is an immigrant. So if you study a course that is like coding, you know that this coding is what is upcoming. Is not really right now. There are a lot of people who don't know how to code, and companies are looking for coders. That are very good at their jobs. So if you know how to code, you definitely will be sought after more than somebody who read any other normal course. You read courses that are digital marketing and you're very good at it. You know how to code very well. Definitely you will be sought after because businesses are looking for coders, companies are looking for coders, and you don't really get coders out there right now. So you need to do courses that they have so many people who read it, but they are looking for, like, the Spanish society is actually looking for people who can do that job. So if you're one of those people, then you're definitely already at an advantage. Also, another way you can remain here in Spain is if you actually fall in love and get married to somebody who is either a Spaniard or has a Spanish passport, that the person is already a citizen of Spain. If that happens for you, then congratulations, because you're not going anywhere anytime soon. You will definitely be getting your passport also, because you're actually married to a Spanish citizen. I've actually done a video where I talked about how to get legalized through marriage, so do well to check out that video on here. Yes guys, I think I've actually dissected how you can stay here for longer. I would not advise you to stay in Spain illegally. No, I will not advise you to stay in Spain illegally. That's not what I'm preaching. I'm just telling you of how you can actually stay in Spain legally. Yes, so please do well to consider these factors and what you know that will work for you, and start on time. I always say start on time because the bureaucracy here takes a while and you cannot rush them. They take their pretty time to do things here in Spain. So if you know, you know. Thank you very much for joining me on today's video. I do translation of documents. I work with authorized translators, and I can bring this service to you if you need it. So do well to contact me using my email address or my IG. All the details will be left up on this video, so check it out and contact me. If you need any other questions on how you can stay here, then contact me also. I would also like to state before I end this video, I told you that I'll be leaving the best for the last. If you're actually in Spain and you've been here for 3 years and you are irregular, there is a way you can actually get yourself legalized here in Spain, and that way is called arraigo de social. What did I say? Arraigo de social. This is the way a lot of people who came into Spain and actually living illegally have gotten themselves legalized here in Spain. If you want to know the details about this, because there are some other requirements you need to get in order for this to be accomplished, you know, every step you need to take, I've already itemized them in this video up here, so do well to check it out. that is the end of my video. So that's one way I know that people who are living irregular here in Spain can get themselves legalized and get their permanent residency here in Spain. So thank you for joining me on today's video, and see you on my next video. Do not be a stranger. Watch these two videos before you leave. Hasta luego.